Hey, Mama. Um, I'm speaking to all parents. My opinion on parenthood, I do not, I humble myself in knowing that I am not perfect. I have made plenty mistakes and flaws during my growth in parenting. And I want to make that a clear statement because when you're young and unwise, you make unwise decisions. And that's it. But you have to reconcile with the decisions that you have made. So if you have continually created a mistake over and over and over again, it's just like coming back to Jesus. People who are afraid or feel overly judged or so guilty that they don't think, why stop now? Like, I'm already fucked up. I already did so. They're already unhappy. And they submit to defeat and continue on their destructive path. There's no better time to make a difference than the day that you have become aware of this path. There's no submission. There's only, being sturdy and changing, making a change today. Today is a different decision. Today is a nurturing decision, a healthy decision. It's not all about me and my feelings. It's about the future feelings that I am creating for my future. Their future is my future. Know the reality and not the fantasy of parent and child relationships. The child will move on without you one day. So prepare for your change, for your I don't know what to call it, your independence, because they are going to be independent of you one day. But how that transition aspires is up to how you create or change the relationship that you have. If you have not changed the way you have done things and continue doing what you do knowing that it's not good, but you have defeated yourself into believing there's no point. There's no point of return for you, which is BS. It's bullshit. It's an excuse. And I do know also that some people just shouldn't have ever been parents. They just shouldn't ever. Because being a parent for some people was fulfilling a fantasy. And fantasies do not last. And fantasies are not real. Being a parent is a job. It is giving of yourself to create and nurture a creation like God created you. You cannot abandon your child by sitting in a corner somewhere, hiding from your responsibilities. You cannot create a child and hide your problems in a substance like alcohol or drugs or anything else that you can get addicted to. Because if you're a shopaholic and using all your money on material things and not to nurture the creation that you have made, you're pulling away from that. That's a problem. If you are addicted to food and you've got an unhealthy diet for you and your children, you're creating future problems for you and possibly your child, diseases, mental issues, all that other stuff. So just because you're not an addict or an alcoholic doesn't mean you don't have addictive traits that you have to put the brakes on. And when you relinquish your excuses, and often our excuses are linked to our past, not our future, you have to eliminate those excuses. Because in order to eliminate those excuses is you have to detach yourself emotionally from the reasons you do the things that you do today. You have to relinquish the emotional attachment to those reasons, those excuses. And if it's not something you can just turn your back on, every single day you can saw away at it by doing something different. Doing what you know you need to do. Because instinctively, we know exactly what we need to do, even if it's hard to do. And when you start doing it, it gets easier and easier. The more you you run from it, you don't face it. And one of the ways of not facing it is getting triggered and angry about something you know needs to be done. So if you get triggered, you can't always help that, but you can help your reaction by submitting to the authority of your righteous self. Because if we are two people split, two minds, if we have the good wolf and the bad wolf, you are the one that has the authority to be one or the other. But if you choose the bad wolf, you're just, and you cry wolf. You cry in wolf, and you're crying about how your children are retaliating against you, or the people who love you just don't understand you, and you're crying about them confronting you about things that are affecting all your loved ones, including your children. The joke is on you. You are the joker. And what you need to do is stop what you're doing, know that there is a point of return, and that return is right now. And that's it. It's always right now. The forgiveness that frees us from those who hold things against us, the forgiveness is always the relinquishing of the past and moving into the future. Let God deal with the people who are holding a grudge against you. Let God handle that. But also make sure you let God's people in, those who want to help you change. And I hope that this helps you see yourself, not only the bad, but also the good that is already in you. I'm just tired of the excuses and the bonds that people choose to hold against themselves. You can free yourself from that. Just do it.